Is that how you approach your coaching consulting, where it's just like you actually help them build their action plan and then they come like revisit
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my whole coaching approach is around like I believe that you have the solutions. So
Mm,
I'm going to try to pull the solutions out of you. Now, what I realize, and it's part of the reason why I'm coaching and consulting, there's some young professionals, there's some busy professionals that may not have all the information that they need. And that's where I'll come in with consulting and I'll provide books or workshops or different things to kind of elevate, people's skill sets. But in general, I challenge people like, let's get crystal clear. What's the problem that we want to solve? Okay. So how do we think we can solve that? Okay, well, now let's go out and do it. And then we can check in 30 days, 45 days, assess did the plan work? If so, then let's keep going. If it didn't work, let's figure out where we can course correct and come up with a new plan.
Mm. And I would imagine some of those people would be like, "Oh, the problem is I don't make enough money," but you're like,
Yeah.
"No, we got to be more specific."
Yeah. Well, and it's like, okay, we're not making enough money. All right. So there's a lot of ways that we can make more money. We can make more money with our salary. We can make more money with investments. We can make more money with investing, like starting a side business. Or we could actually assess how are we spending our money and identify that there's a
mm.
lot of ways we're spending our money that's wasteful, that if we cut those things out, that we'll actually get that sense of financial security or wellness that we're looking for. So yeah, I really try to dig down deep with individuals to like, let's get precise as far as what is the actual problem, and then let's build a plan to address the solution.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine I've listened in on some coaching things, and a big part of it they say is like just helping someone be accountable. Like accountability, they say, is like probably one of the biggest parts of it. Is that
I would agree. I tell people like when I do discovery calls, 90% of what you need to know and what you need to do, you already know. I mean, there's especially now, like the internet, like you can put in Chat GPT, how do I get a raise or how do I like you can figure that out real quick. The problems normally come from trusting what you know and then consistently doing it. So a portion of what I do from a coaching standpoint is the accountability. But I think what's more important is how do you establish some routines for yourself where motivation isn't an issue. It's like I just always do this. So I don't have to be
Mhm.
motivated. I don't have to be reminded. It's just part of who I am.
Yeah,
Nice?
interesting that you bring up ChatGPT. I mean, because yeah, especially with the younger generation, it's just like it's like if it says it, it's like it must be true, it must be gospel or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Um, and it's just like those of us who have experience and stuff like that, it's just kind of like, wait a minute, ChatGPT is off on this, and it's like it's not always off every single time.
Yeah.
But as a developer myself, like I've caught it sometimes where it like suggested stuff, and I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't even exist. Like, um, so it's something they have to be very careful about and trying to use.
Yeah,
Trust,
I have a
verify.
21-year-old son, and one of the things that he pointed out the other day was, if I had a friend that at the end of every statement he said, um, "This might not be accurate," or, "I'm subject to hallucinations," I wouldn't listen to that friend. But, like, I feel like so many people, they just take chat and some of these other things as gospel without, like, pausing and saying, if this was a human and he said, "Yeah, I'm right most of the time, and sometimes I make up stuff," you wouldn't just take everything, at face
Yeah.
value.